Hey, Magic fans, back again. We're on to box 4 set boosters for March of the Machines. And I've got mixed feelings. I don't know if it's just because the price of the market's come down so fast, it's kind of stabilizing, or if it's just the set boosters aren't good compared to draft. I mean, the draft just seems so much more impressive, I guess. Ooh, Visions. Look at that. That takes me back. But yeah, there's a first mythic. Wow, okay. I don't know. This seems very underwhelming to me and not very impressive. Like, even, like, if you think about it, you know, sometimes you get those big hits and you're like, oh, wow, look at that. And, oh, cool. I'm not really feeling it, but bump. Get what I mean when it comes to that. So I don't know if that's because the draft boosters have kind of numbed me because they had so much value in them to begin with, or if the set itself is actually not that great. So there's a full Yargle. So I don't know which it is, but whichever it is, again, not really impressed here. So, yeah. Two rare pack. That and this weird commons and uncommons being separated. Whatever. Put that away. Is really aggravating to have to fish around to figure out where everything's going. Or maybe I'm just used to it because once you open so many packs, you just kind of get more used to the set, maybe. There's a very nice opening. Defiant Thundermaw. Oh, Phyrexian Crusader. There's a good hit. That's a pretty good hit from the list, if it's still as expensive as I think it is. There's a Strix Daddy. There's a good $10. That was a good pack. Have I spoke too soon, maybe? I mean, are we about to get some good stuff, or Cavern's not a big deal, unfortunately. Or maybe not. 11 mythics is still the record. We have tied it once or twice, but haven't got much past that. And again, all this extra stuff. Like, I'm tired of why are there so many piles? There should only be like, I mean, honestly, there should be like the commons, uncommons, rares, foils. Like, this row is fine, and then some mythics, and maybe one extra card on the top. But instead, we've got these things just freaking stuff's everywhere. There's a Bright Palm mythic, not worth a whole lot. But we're up to 3 mythics. And the thing I don't like about this is we're getting a lot of commander mythics, which is not terrible, but not what I want. So there's our etched for the box. There's a Gitrog mythic. That helps. But yeah, like I mentioned before, Brothers War seemed perfect. It was really balanced. There wasn't a lot of mythics outside the set. Commander mythics didn't come up all that much. It didn't feel like. This feels like they come up quite often. Not to mention the mythics from, you know, the Multiverse Master, whatever the hell it's called now, which I thought was going to be cool, but now that I've seen it, honestly not impressed. It's just not doing a whole lot for me. There's a Jin, mythic number 5. That's pretty cool. Mainly because, because the value is just not there. It's just another slot that's going to devalue your rares. The mythics are cool, but I'd rather just have the mythics and then the rest of the cards not be there and it'd be harder to get the mythics. Personal opinion, but, you know, take that with a grain of salt. I just wonder how much more of this watering down of the magic boxes we're going to get. Ooh, Caldera Complete from the list. That's a good mythic hit. Foil rare. Not too shabby. Another rare. I just wonder how much more we're going to water down all these sets before we start realizing that. There's a list card. We don't need all the watering down. We don't really care. Decent list. There's a Grand Cenobite, mythic. Very nice. There's an Infernal Sovereign, 2 mythics in that pack. Not too shabby. So actually this one's kind of not doing a lot for me. We'll just say that. As far as the opening goes anyway. Which is kind of sad. I was really excited for this set when it first came out, and those draft boxes really got me hyped up. But I'm beginning to wonder, are the set boxes even better than draft, or are they just, they feel like a different version of draft? Does that make sense? Because like if it was getting multiple rares and mythics in the draft box is cheaper. So why buy the set box? I mean, yeah, you can get foil etched and what have you. Easier for these cards, but unless you get a mythic, it's honestly not. There's no value if you don't hit the mythic. So, does it really matter? Because you just have a little better chance of getting one of those. It's just weird. Vivian's Talent, interesting. Like I said, I don't know where to put all this stuff. It's all so different and so much. There's a very nice Luris sign. Very nice. I think if anything kills Magic, it's going to be this diluting of just the set itself. And that's my personal opinion. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm just talking out my bottom right now. But the diluting of the sets is going to be probably something that's going to drive a lot of players away. Because, yeah, it'll be cheap to play. But if it's so cheap to play, what's the point of playing? And the reason I say that is I love that Ragavan picture. God, give me a Ragavan, please. There's the foil. Wait a minute. That's 3. Wow, we got more than 2. Another mythic from Commander. I was having a talk with my wife the other day, and she kind of asked me, she goes, oh, there's a new set out? And I was like, yeah. She goes, you didn't go play pre-release. And I was like, you're right, I didn't go play pre-release. And here's what I found out. A lot of the places that play pre-release, and this is nothing against those guys, like their prize support and all that stuff is up to them. But here's the thing. If I just want to play the game, I can just hang out at home with my friends, you know, and wait for the boxes to come out like you see me opening here, and then just use those packs to play at home. Because most places I go for pre-release, you know, the pre-release, let's say it's $30 for the pre-release box. Most places do 2 packs of prize support with the pre-release, which is fine. But here's the thing, like my local area where I play, they do a, if you win, you get a pack. So at best, you could get 4 packs. It's normally 4 rounds, and they stop. So $30 at $4 a piece. 6 packs is $24, and you got tax, right? So the 2 packs you're actually paying for go into the prize pool. So you have to win at least 2 rounds to break even. And if you play all 4, you win 2 packs for 5 hours of your time. Now, granted, I know it's about having fun and this, that, and the other, but let's be honest here, guys. You know, there comes a time when you have to start realizing Antiquities War. That's interesting. You have to, oh, there we go. Nice mythic. Number 10. You have to start realizing when you start dividing up your time on when you can and what you will do between a lot of different hobbies and significant others, friends, and family, you know, spending 6 hours to get $8, is that worth your time? Or would you rather just go to work for an hour and then get the other 6, 7, 5, 10 hours back so that you can actually not be at work and have and enjoy that time with your family, friends, and what have you? So because of all that, I think we're seeing a real decline in pre-release for the most part, except for casual players, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with casual players doing it. But even the casual players are going to start realizing this, and it becomes very easy for them to be like, I don't need to go to pre-release. I'll just play later. And the reason for that, like I've told you guys before, I used to go to pre-releases where the store owner would give out a whole bundle to the winner. If you won all a nice signed card. If you won it all, you got a bundle. Now, granted, that meant the prize support for everybody else was a little lower, but it made it so much more fun. That's a good rare. To actually play and have that excitement, right? And if you did get the bundle, then that was just even better, right? And then everybody got to share in the fun and the joy and all that stuff. That's just me. So it comes down to it and how much time you have to play. I think that's going to be one of the things that might be the downfall. But with all that said, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. We're only at 10 mythics. We're going to have to hit a double mythic pack. We want to break the record. There's a good start. Mythic number 11. Oh, it's a rare. And that is nothing. Uncommons. Oh, 11 mythics again. Another tie. Man. Well, thanks a lot for watching and listening to me ramble, guys. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind. Hope to see you across from the game table. Later, player.